It's funny. In addition to our calling and our purpose, we're all in business to make money. However, it seems the very last thing anyone actually wants to talk about is money. Yet every interaction in your business is a transaction of one form or another. So it's kind of important to get really comfortable and really good at talking about it. Hey there, I'm Nafisa Shireen, success coach and business strategist for entrepreneurs, and welcome to Living Forward TV, where I help you to create a thriving business you absolutely love all around your personal freedom. In business, there's never a lack of opportunity to talk about money. And for some reason, it's always awkward, whether it's asking for a sale or somebody wanting a refund or they want a discount or a client wants to hold their payment, or maybe it's a team member negotiating their pay or you're talking pricing with one of your vendors. So that's why today I'm going to walk you through the mindsets and systems that will really allow you to show up confidently and as a leader in any awkward money conversation. And so make sure you watch to the end as well, because sometimes money conversations go beyond the regular awkward stuff and they touch into emotionally charged territory when there's a disagreement or someone hasn't honored a commitment. And I've got a great resource for you that's going to help you show up powerfully and create amazing outcomes in those situations. So first of all, let's talk about why money conversations sometimes feel awkward. The bottom line is that money is emotionless. It's simply a means of exchange. But as human beings, we get very emotional about money because of what it represents. And the beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes around money are really a reflection of something much more personal, such as what a person feels about their worth, whether they feel like a success or a failure, how they view their social standing, whether they respect boundaries, and if they honor or keep their word. And there's obviously a lot more. The thing to remember, though, that these are the real conversations you're having, disguised as money conversations. No wonder it can feel awkward. To take the discomfort totally out of it, the first step is to really neutralize in your mind and to simply view it as just another system in your business. It's no different than a system for delivering your services, for running your operations, or for marketing. Heck, for me to create one of these videos is a whole system. And money is the system that facilitates all the other systems in your business, so it needs to be your best running system. And talking about it should be no different than talking about what you're going to put in your newsletter that week. When you're faced with a potential awkward conversation, I want to encourage you to really set an intention and to be clear about the outcome you want, and at the same time recognize that while you're now looking at money as an emotionally neutral system in your business, the other person most likely hasn't made that decision. And his or her emotional charge around the topic may be enough to make them feel awkward. And so there needs to be some leadership in the conversation to manage emotions. The first thing you can do is let them know that you really do want to hear what they have to say. When you invite them to share with you their intended outcome for the conversation, you automatically create trust, you diffuse a lot of tension, and you do automatically kind of position yourself as a leader of that conversation. And here's an important nugget that I really want you to remember. No conversation is awkward when you're the leader. So take that leadership role. Now, asking someone what their intended outcome is or for them doesn't mean that you're going to accommodate it. It just means you're giving them a place to be heard. Running a business and treating it like a business means you can't make money decisions on the spot. That's actually a lack of leadership and opens you up to a lot of unpleasant outcomes. And that's why, since money is a system in your business, you need to have systems for it and around it. Not just for managing the flow of it, but also firm policies and guidelines where you make decisions in advance of ever having an issue from a cool and clear space. And when you're not deciding things in the heat of the moment, it makes money conversations much easier on everyone. Here's some examples of decisions that you want to make in advance. You want to have your pricing written down and confirmed. You need to have a clear refund policy. You need a discount policy, a policy on how to handle delinquent accounts, and make sure that all of these terms and conditions of your policies are clearly laid out in your agreements. What happens is these policies become a neutral authority in any conversation, and you can refer to them. That way the client doesn't feel that you've singled them out or treated them unfairly. They know this is the policy across the board and one they agreed to. And I also recommend, if you have team, that you let them handle the money conversations, because let's face it, your team is way less likely to violate your policies than you are, and clients are actually less likely to ask them to. And from an energetic perspective, if you're the one delivering the service, it really keeps some distance and separation and boundaries. Now, sometimes the issue at stake is a lot more emotionally charged, where agreements and commitments aren't honored. In those cases, the right person to have that conversation is you. Because there was a violation of trust, there's likely a lot of emotion. And it's your business and your brand, and you need to be the leader and be where the buck stops. And those aren't easy conversations by any means. And I've prepared a resource for you that outlines how to structure those type of conversations, how to emotionally protect yourself, and how to take that situation and create a great outcome. You can grab it below this video or go to nafisashireen.com/40 download. At the end of the day, every conversation in your business involves money in one way or another. And speaking about money directly is just the direct way to talk about it. And the best way to get good at having money conversations is to have more of them and use them as an opportunity to hone your leadership. And that way, it eventually becomes as easy as asking someone to pass you cream in your coffee. If you found today's episode helpful, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me know below what you found most helpful, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have more questions or you need more help, then I'd like to invite you to join me in the Living Forward Facebook community. I come to you live each week on After the Episode, and I take your questions personally. It's a great place to network and to build your business. Simply go to livingforwardcommunity.com, click the Join Now button, and I'll see you on the inside.